Hi, I'm Antony DiMase from DiMase Architects. I really like the fact that as an architect, as a practicing architect, we work locally, we work with people, and we attend to those issues and to their problems on a one-on-one basis. It's about building buildings that are of a smaller footprint, reusing existing buildings wherever possible, so that we're making a positive impact on the environment. And projects like the one we're doing here are really demonstration projects for other people to learn from, for us to learn from, and for us to get knowledge from other people. The project is for a new house here in Northcote. The idea has been to design a building that's actually really simple, really almost like a project home. The idea of a very simple footprint, really good layout. The living rooms will be up on the first floor with a beautiful long strip window facing onto the park, and the bedrooms downstairs. We've put a lot of time into the garden, the design at the back of the building and also at the front of the building. We've also been very aware of the neighbours, so not impacting on the neighbours, so being very careful not to reduce the amount of light that they have, but also taking advantage of the aspect that this building has. This building is being built by Nick Lightfoot from Appetite for Construction. This is I think it's about the 6th project we've done with Nick. The reason I enjoy working with Nick is that he's very easy to get along with. He really wants to understand what we're talking about, and if there's an issue, he always works with us to actually come up with a solution. We worked very closely with them to make sure the design met their needs. They're not clients that micromanaged us, they were clients that gave very broad parameters to the sort of project that they wanted, and then we presented those in iteration after iteration to make sure that we got it right. A big thing for us was getting the layout right for our clients, making sure that the lifestyle that they wanted in this house would actually be provided in this house. So we took a long time to get the layout that really suited this particular location and their lifestyle. I'm really happy with the overall outcome. It's a very simple, well-designed building that will, once you walk in, should be relatively seamless from the front door through to the main living rooms, through to the backyard. The building will have triple glazing, very high standard window frames, very good insulation throughout the building. We're going to make the building very airtight with a heat exchange system. There'll be no air conditioning in the building. There'll be a little bit of heating for winter, but there'll be a full PV cell system on the roof to capture all of that north light. There'll be a battery system at ground level to, in the future, charge an electric car. All indigenous plants throughout the building. So we're really excited about the environmental features. We wanted to do a building that was not out of reach for most home owners. So we were really thinking about the economy of the building, the design of the building, and something that could be reproduced on pretty much any suburban site. So we didn't want to make it so architectural, so out there. We want to be really aware of the kind of building that most Australians would be happy to live in. In this house, we've applied Passive House principles to the design. Passive House works on the idea that we have an airtight interior, we have really good insulation, high quality glazing, high quality windows, and a air exchange, heat exchange within the building. So the performance of the building is much, much greater than your average 6-star building. What it means for the people that live here is that they will have much reduced energy costs because the operational costs are not needed. We don't need nearly the same extent of heating and cooling to make the building comfortable. And we have constant fresh air at the temperature that we desire. So it's popular in Europe and other places in the world. It's relatively new but growing here in Australia. So we hope to achieve that standard within this building, and all of the builders, all of the trades will be briefed thoroughly on how we execute the principles of Passive House in this particular building. So the thing that inspires me is being able to see a building being built, seeing people live their lives in those buildings and for those changes to occur in their lives to make a meaningful impact to those people. If you'd like to find out more about what we do, feel free to send an email at antony@dimasearchitects.com.au and start a conversation.